Reverend Johnny Aikpitany. I'm an IT project manager. I'm an ordained reverend and I'm a business consultant. So I've worked with multinationals. So, example, maybe I've worked with companies like Boeing as a business consultant. I've worked with the biggest health sector in Canada as a business consultant as well, and so many others. So if you say that, so I always tell people I'm for the people. So I want to be the people's mouthpiece. So if you qualify that to be a politician, that's your own definition. But I want to represent my people. My motto is make Ovia shine again. So and I actually got that from my father, when he was leaving me in 2010. So his last word to me was Matthew 5:16. He said, let your light so shine before men so that they'll see your good works and begin to glorify your Father in heaven. So then it didn't really make sense to me, but it's making more sense to me. And sometimes you think, of course, I worked in this country. I've lived in this country. I schooled in Nigeria. So, of course, I came from a political background, from UPN to my father was a local government chairman, in case you don't know, from 1979 to 1983 in some Ovia. Most of the schools was built then. So we followed them all through the time of UPN and SDP, NROC, and all of that till date until we went until we went overseas to further our education and made some impact. But having done all that, there's no place like home. So now you think it's the right time to give back to the country that has birthed you, to my motherland. And that's why we are here. So if you go to India today, if you go to China today, so they brought back their best people living in foreign land with best ideas to come and develop their place. And that's where they are today. Because you cannot give what you don't have. Some people are here, some people have not even seen 24 hours light in their life. So they can't even think about it. You can't give what you don't have. But there are so many things we can give back to our people. And I tell my people the day I was declared the aspirant or the candidate for the PDP, I told them that the template and bring it to Nigeria or to Ovia, it starts from Ovia Federal Constituency, is the template that will be used all over the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I can dive in that if we have some time. Of course, because the only place I would want to do my connect is the people from my own world, because charity begins at home. So you cannot be asking me this question. You can rather ask the people from my world. But in terms of so yes, in terms of politics or what we've contributed, of course, the DNA of Ovia is in our DNA, the Aikpitany. You can see that. So if you go from Ovia, you know about the Aikpitany. Not only my father was the local government chairman in Ovia, he was also a member of the House of Assembly, all from the same Ovia. Of course, there are so many projects that myself and the family have embarked on and have done in Ovia, but those things can be improved on. So that's part of the motto that I told you, let your light so shine before men, because even my late father knows that those things can be improved on. And how can we improve on that? Why? By passing the baton to someone which I'm ready to take to a greater height. So I have so many things in my manifesto that we want to execute. Not only, I'm not talking about execution, but I'm talking about doing it from implementation, gathering the requirement, analyzing the gaps that currently exist, making profound recommendations, and doing the implementation from initiation all through to implementations. So there'll be a blue and a template for that. Let me quote one of the past governors of Edo State, one man, one vote. It's just one man, one vote. So whether opposition, believe me, the last election, right? What you call the opposition today actually won in Ovia Federal Constituency. You understand? So we won both in the Southwest and Ovia Northeast. We won. And those people are still there. I just finished having a communication with the people's governor, not the one that is confusing us. So, but he has told me, of course, he's going to be in the campaign trail with us. Because we need to change the narrative on the status quo. We can't remain like this as a people. I've been meeting people, I've been doing some coalitions of community groups, meeting with, of course, in Ovia, we have the Riverine area where they have the Ijaw nations. We have the Yoruba speaking place, the Usens, and we also have the Benis. So I've been meeting with these community groups to liaise with them, understand their pain points, because you're not only going there to just say, I'm representing you. I also have to understand their pain point before we can provide solutions. And we have lots of solutions, but we take it one day at a time. and we take the most relevant ones. So we are already bouncing back. Just to have a candidate in the ballot, to me, is a plus to PDP. So, and secondly, there's a narrative out there that there's a factional PDP, which is not true. Which is not true. We did all our screening in our head office in 20 year global screening. We have one leader, one head, which is Isaac Benny, as the PDP acting chairman, based on the judgment of the Supreme Court. Of course, I'm not a lawyer to talk about what happened in the Supreme Court. We respect our judges, but then it kills the people's morale. But now we have to, reawaken the people's morale, and that's what we've been doing lately. I just told you about the coalition I'm doing with community group. I've been speaking with people, even when our campaigns have not officially started, but I'll be speaking with different groups. Today I'm in Igbobazuwa, tomorrow I'm in Oduna, next tomorrow I'm in Use. I'll be moving around because it's the people's voice that matters, and I'm here to represent the people. My own thing is about people's interest and not self-interest. So I've heard people telling you about how they want to give Mr. President 2 million votes, 3 million votes, and all that. Instead of you telling the people from Ovia about 2 million votes, 3 million, why don't you tell them about the job creation? Just tell them you want to give them 1,000 jobs in Ovia Northeast and 1,000 jobs in Ovia Southwest, and how many you've given them. Okay, let people begin to campaign on their works. Instead of saying this person has been there before, this person will go there, you campaign on the person's work. So we have to change the narrative. I tell people it's not about me, it's about you, and it's about our collective destiny. I say if you know me better, you even wonder, oh, Johnny, why are you doing this at this time? Not only you're a reverend, a man of God, this is, of course, they take politics in Nigeria as an uncertain waters, but that is just to scare you and I away. Okay, if the good ones refuse to vote, if the good ones refuse to come up, the bad ones will continue to rule us. And we have to change that narrative. And I'm ready to champion that. I don't agree with that. My people from Ovia are unique people. We are very unique people. So I don't want you to categorize my people that we are money people. No. But that doesn't withstand the fact that you still have to spend money. Politics is money everywhere in the world. You can hear that we had a presidential candidate that says, I don't give chichi. And we all know that the people voted mass for the president. Did they give chichi? No. The people want to see that you are feeling their pain points. Because right now, we are going to speak to the soul of our democracy. That's the reason I'm here. The soul of our democracy in Nigeria is bleeding. We're only going to use Ovia Federal Constituency as a template. So on that template, I'm bringing on board, starting from the grassroots. Believe me, by the special grace of God, not by my power, I'm the first black man to be elected as a president of a riding. A riding is like a local government. A president of a riding in a ruling party in Canada. I've worked in America for multinationals. Of course, the vice president of Boeing always call me. Those are multinational companies. Yes, thank you, my fellow Ovians. So August 16, I want you guys to come out en masse to vote for Reverend Johnny Aikpitany and the PDP, because this is the change that we need. This is a time for change. I know some people, of course, I'll be done knocking and talking to some people. They've been asking, will my vote count? Yes, your vote will count. Your civic responsibility is to come out and vote. Don't worry about the vote counting or not. That is my responsibility, but I'm assuring you today that your vote will count. We'll be talking to security agencies. Tomorrow I'm going to Abuja. We'll be talking to powers that be. There's no federal interest. It's only people telling you that they want to. Mr. President is aware already, because Mr. President is a very smart guy. I must give him that credit. So you cannot come to him and say you want to give him 2 million, 3 million votes in the expense of the people. So you have to be with the people, and the people are with us. The people are with the PDP. So go there on the 16th of August and vote for the PDP, especially in Ovia Federal Constituency. Vote if you want to see change, and if you want to make Ovia shine again, vote Reverend Johnny Aikpitany and the PDP on 16th of August. And God will surely bless you. God will bless every one of us and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.